A devastating civil conflict has plunged Sudan in its worst hunger crisis in history. With over 25 million people trapped in a relentless cycle of food insecurity, the United Nations warns a looming catastrophe in Central Africa.
Central Africa is witnessing the world's largest hunger crisis evolve at an unprecedented pace. Over 25 million people across Sudan, South Sudan, and Chad are trapped in a spiral of deteriorating food security. The condition is worst in Sudan, where a civil war between the army and the paramilitary force has shattered millions of lives and created the world's largest displacement crisis. And now this catastrophe also risks becoming the world's largest hunger crisis unless fighting stops. The condition in Sudan is so bad that over 90% of the population faces hunger at emergency levels.
People are tired. There is no food. I used to be in good health before, but now my body is getting thin. It has been 2 months, and this is the 3rd month, and our bodies are getting thin. What will we look like a year from now? We will collapse to the ground.
Available food is not enough for us. We have corn, but we don't have the money to grind it, and we don't have the money to buy cooking utensils. We can't buy onions or meat. The food that we have been given is not enough. The situation is difficult, and here there are no jobs.
The United Nations warns that the war risks the spillover of this massive hunger crisis in neighboring South Sudan's overflowing transit camps, where 600,000 fleeing souls seek refuge.
So there is a lot of challenge currently in the camp. The situation is really catastrophic, and in terms of food, let's say there have been no food distribution almost since 1 year now, and people are going hungry, and children also are suffering for severe malnutrition.
Sudan's paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has been fighting Sudan's army for control of the country since April 2023 in a war that has killed thousands, displaced millions of people inside and outside the country, and sparked warnings of famine.
Sudan has become a living nightmare. Almost half of the population, 25 million people, are in urgent need of food and medical aid. Some 80% of hospitals have been put out of service. The apparently deliberate denial of safe and unimpeded access for humanitarian agencies within Sudan itself constitutes a serious violation of international law and may amount to war crime. I call again on the warring parties to meet their legal obligations by opening humanitarian corridors without delay before more lives are lost.
The dire situation in Sudan underscores the urgent need for international action and support to address the deepening humanitarian crisis. The world must not turn a blind eye to the suffering of the Sudanese people, but rather stand in solidarity with them to alleviate their plight and build a path towards peace, stability, and recovery.